This little Georgian city called Gori is the birthplace of the Soviet leader Joseph Stalin. As a little boy, the USSR dictator was playing here, in this humble shack, under the caring eyes of his mother Keke. The city is now preparing for a strange homecoming of its most famous son. The dead Soviet dictator may soon come back to his hometown. We're not talking about the real Stalin, of course. We're talking about his giant bronze monument. The monument to Stalin was erected in the center of Gori in 1950. The statue outlived the Soviet Union and was only thrown away in 2009 by Georgia's pro-Western government. Dumped in the middle of nowhere, the monument has been biding its time to make a comeback. And now the time has come. The removal of the monument left a gaping hole in the hearts of Georgia's die-hard Stalin fan club, which is mainly made up of the members of Georgia's tiny, aging Communist Party. A handful of communists religiously gather near Stalin's childhood home to celebrate his life. This time around, they've come to celebrate the 60th anniversary of the beloved leader's death. There is also a special guest, a Marxist pilgrim from Italy.
In Italy, loves Stalin a lot.
The commemorators opt to gloss over the atrocities of the Stalin era. Instead, they dwell on the positive, the victory over Nazi Germany, the industrial might of the Soviet Union, the good old days. Not everyone in Georgia shares the Stalin enthusiasm. A number of Georgians have used online campaigns to try and place the great chief and his statues on the ash heap of history. Stalin's supporters are saying that it's their democratic right to request the restoration of the monument.
Today, everyone speaks about public opinion and democracy, but nobody asked for the opinion of people in Gori when they removed the monument. Stalin created a whole new era. He changed the course of history. And people in his hometown don't even get to have his monument?
It was decided to put a Stalin monument here, in front of the city's main landmark, the Stalin Museum.
Stalin from the word Stal in Russian, steel in English. Friends called him the man of steel.
This museum is a treasure trove of Stalin paraphernalia. The guide is eager to show his bust, portraits and pipes, and also she shares a tidbit of trivia.
He didn't play any musical instruments. He was a good singer, but he was not a musician.
Georgia has mixed feelings about Stalin. According to a recent opinion poll, some 45% of Georgians have positive views about Stalin.
Of course, there are those who view him positively, and there are, of course, those who view him negatively. Well, and even these two groups are not completely uniform, because those who have positive attitude towards Stalin can be divided into die-hard communists. They believe the fact that Stalin was crucial and instrumental in defeating Hitler and Nazism outweighs all the other aspects of his personality and his activities. The very fact that Stalin was Georgian, of course, contributes to his popularity.
If he's the only Georgian that most of the world has ever heard of, there's some, I guess, maybe pride attached to that. In order to, really come to terms with what the Stalin era meant here, as well as how Stalin fit within the larger scheme of Soviet power and Georgia's role within it, you need to really fully come to terms with the Soviet past, and that's something that's still really only just starting here.
Coming to terms with the Soviet past may mean hearing out the stories that the victims of Stalin's rule have to tell. Ketevan Garciashvili was a young girl when she came face to face with the horrors of the Great Purge. Her father was among many Georgians who disappeared in the fateful year of 1937. He was declared an enemy of the people and was officially sentenced to 10 years in an unspecified prison.
We never stopped waiting for him. We were looking out the window every day, hoping he would show up any time. Many years later, we found out that he was tortured and killed right after his arrest. They did the same to thousands of other innocent people.
The debate around the monument is provoking a fresh look at Georgia's not-too-distant history. The big question is, which version of that history Georgia will choose to remember?